Hi there and welcome to week 2 of our online arts and aesthetics course. Please make sure that you always keep an eye on this first news page because that's where I'll post reminders, extra information, fun facts, anything that you need to know. And then the next thing you usually would like to do is go to content because that's where all our course information is kept. So in week 1, and actually prior to week 1, you had access to how to navigate DC Connect, which was mainly for students that weren't comfortable with DC Connect. Week 1 was our welcome. If you haven't gone through that yet, please do so. It's got some very important information. In particular, I would like to ask that you keep an eye on this weekly outline and due dates, because what it is it gives you a breakdown of what we're doing each week, and it also tells you down in graded assessment when we have graded work due. So if you could print this out and keep it somewhere, that way you can always be on top of things. And I suggest you write it down on a calendar or stick it up by your computer, or just really, if you can keep an eye on this and hand your assignments in on time, you will not fail this class and you'll probably do pretty well. Alright, so that's key number 1. But moving on to week 2. So I'm going to go back to content just so you can see what it might look like when you first click on. We're going through the week 2 information, and we're going to be discussing visual literacy this week. And anyone who's ever had a class with me in pretty much any subject has done visual literacy. So I do apologize for students that may have been in one of my other classes. This will look familiar, but please consider this review. And for those who are doing it the first time, I just want to reiterate this is a very important part of my philosophy about how to learn about art. So we're going to be looking at, we click on overview. Remember, anytime something's underlined, it means you can click on it. So what we're going to be doing this week is we're going to be talking about what is art, and we're going to be looking at visual literacy. I'm going to define what visual literacy is, and then we're going to practice it a little bit looking at some images. Activities are things that you're going to be doing during the classes that are not for grades. So whenever you see here required activities, it means you're going to do something during the lesson, but you're not going to get graded for it. Alright? Whenever you see this journal little book, that means that there are going to be journal activities that need to go into your journal, and that is for marks. Now, if you're wondering what the journal is, please go to the Dropbox and you can go to Aesthetics Journal Part 1. So once you're in the Aesthetics Journal Part 1 assignment in the Dropbox, you can go down to where it says instructions. And the way the journal works is that you will find details for each journal entry within the weekly lessons. And there will be a variety of different things that will be asked of you. Perhaps to put up an image of something that interests you, or write a little paragraph, or include a song. It could be a range of different things, but it will be within the content. And this journal 1 specifies that it includes weeks 3, 4, 5, and 6. What you would do is you would create your document in any format that you like. So you could create a Facebook page, it could be a wiki, it could be a blog, it could be a document created in Word, and you're going to attach it, if it's a document, as a file that you find off your computer. So you just browse, find it off your computer, and attach it. Once you've got it, you click upload. I'm going to not upload anything, and it will automatically upload, and then you can submit it to me. Okay. So going back to content and week 2, your first question is, well, what journal do I have today? The journals don't start in week 2, they start in week 3. So don't worry too much about it. You're not going to see this little symbol anywhere. But in week 3, and I will talk about the journal again, you will start to have to record things from the journal. Then every week I also let you know what graded work is due. So this week there is no graded work due. So that's good news for a lot of you. And the way it works is that you click this little right hand button to turn pages. So as you go along, you read the content and then you click turn page. Think out louds are opportunities for you to think about the content, but you don't write it down anywhere and you're not getting graded for it. Alright, so keep clicking through, make sure that you cover everything, clicking through as you go along. Alright, there's another think out loud, again not for grades, but just think about it. So as you continue to go through this, you'll find there's things like PDF files such as this one here, which is a PowerPoint slide that I created for a previous class, but I thought it would be useful for you to use in this current class. And again, it's not anything on here that you need to write down, but you do need to understand the content. So go through this PDF file, and then when you're done with it again, you click on this little arrow. What I've done is I've also included a self-test. This self-test is not for marks. It's a way for you to try it out. And you have 10 opportunities to try this quiz. So don't worry, you're going to have ample time. What you do is once you click on start, you choose from the true and false. I'm just going to randomly choose things here without even reading the questions. And once you've answered them all, you can hit save, but what you want to really make sure that you do, you have to click go to submit quiz. If you don't do that, your quiz doesn't submit. So I'm going to say yes, I want to submit it, yes, I want to submit it. Alright, and it will tell you which you got right and which you got wrong. Once you've done that, again it's not for marks, but it does show you what you got right and wrong. You just continue reading the information. Whenever you get to this page that says next week, that is the last page of each lesson, and it tells you what our topic's going to be for the following week, as well as telling you what graded work is due. Now next week, which will be week 3, there is no graded activity in the Dropbox that needs to be sent through the Dropbox, but your journal entries do begin, which means you're going to start seeing, and I'm going to go back to show you, that little journal sign, and whenever you see that, you'll know that whatever's written there, so this sign here, whatever's written there, you need to enter into your journal. Alright, so I hope that you enjoy this week. Again, it's review for a few of you, but for most of you, visual literacy will be a new concept. And remember to go through every week, and if you haven't gone through week 1, I urge you to do that first. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and we'll chat again at next weekend.